Hello, everybody. My name is Shauna Verstegen, and I am going to take you through a wonderful cool down and stretch using your bike, your body, and the TRX Suspension Trainer. This is a wonderful one you can do after every single ride. Now, clearly, I just finished an exhausting ride because I don't have a drop of sweat on my body and my hair is down, but just pretend. Your tension should be back on your bike, feeling a very light pedaling. We'll begin by stretching out your upper body. Let's lace those fingers together. Reach your arms up nice and tall. Give me a big inhale, exhale, let the shoulders fall away from your ears, but feeling tall and proud. Chest is proud. Space between your vertebrae. Now let's pull one hand over and drop your arms over the side. Feeling a nice stretch to the side of your body. Shoulders staying away from your ears. And now let's switch to the other side. Grab onto the other wrist. Gently pull over the other direction. Are you still keeping that space between your ears and your shoulders? Now I'm going to have you gently bring your arms down in front of your body. Press your hands out in front of you. Round your shoulder blades for a moment. Again, big inhales and exhales. And open those arms up, thumbs toward the ceiling, feeling your chest open tall and proud. And open that up a few breaths. We're going to come back to a stretch like this in the suspension trainer as well. Now I'll have you sweep one arm across the front of your body and hold it in tight. Let your shoulder fall away from your ears. And I always tell my cyclists, if something feels really good, feel free to hang out and hold that stretch a little bit longer. You can always pause the video and come back and meet us when you're ready. And let's switch sides again. Bringing that other arm across the front of your body, feeling that stretch across the front of your shoulder, and letting your shoulder fall away from your ear, gently hugging your arm to your body. Again, I'm just pedaling gently. Maybe I'm cooling down from my last big push in class. Now let's swoop the other arm up and over the top. Pat yourself on the back. You did an amazing job riding. Grab your elbow with the other hand. Press it up nice and tall. Now lean away slightly. Feeling that stretch, not just through your triceps, but also through your lats. Down the side of your body. Again, still sitting up tall and proud. Shoulders falling away from your ears. Pressing that elbow into your hand. And let's switch sides. Pat yourself on the back with the other hand. Grab the elbow, give it a big pull, pressing that elbow up toward the ceiling. Shoulders fall down and back, and leaning away from that arm that's bent. And let's slowly shake out those arms. I'm going to have you bring your legs to a stop. End with your left knee bent and your right leg straight. Take your right hand, cross it over the top of the left knee. Grabbing the back of your seat with your left hand, gently look over your left shoulder, not forcing the stretch, just enjoying. Big inhale, big exhale. And now let's switch it up other side. Right knee is bent, left leg is straight. I'm going to take my left hand, cross it over the top of the right knee, grabbing the back of my saddle, and looking over my right shoulder. Again, gentle with this. Inhales. And exhale. Should feel good to have some rotation after being fairly stable in that one position in your bike throughout your entire ride. Now slowly even those feet out, 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock, and pressing your back heel straight down toward the floor. Enjoying that calf stretch. And again, we'll come back and see that calf stretch again very shortly. And now let's swing it through to the other side. My right foot is back, and I'm pressing my right heel down toward the floor in my bike. And just breathe. Good. I'm going to have you slowly take yourself out of the bike. We're going to have just a moment of transition. I'm going to move my bike out of the way. Hopefully you don't need to. But if you do need to take a moment, you can set your suspension trainer up. I'm also going to take off my shoes. I like to do some of these stretches barefoot. You absolutely don't have to do that. Especially if you just had a really big ride and your feet might not smell super amazing. I'm going to take off my shoes. All right, let's begin with a series of some of my favorite TRX stretches for cyclists. We're going to begin with your wide stance hip hinge. Have you bring your straps down to mid-length, Handles are about mid-thigh. Stand facing the anchor point. We'll walk it back with your arms straight out in front of you, feet nice and wide. Give me a big inhale. Exhale, press your arms down and drive your hips back. Your ears are lined up with your biceps. I'm putting pressure on the outside of my hands, and I'm gently pressing onto those handles to create some tension in my core, pulling my shoulders away from my ears. My tailbone is lifted up to help maintain a neutral spine, and my knees are soft. In fact, if you'd like, you can do a little bit of knee bend side to side. Give me an inhale. Exhale, slowly pull that up. We're going to transition to our standing figure 4 stretch to stretch out that piriformis area that can get very tight sitting in your bike seat for a long time. So I'm going to have you cross your right ankle over your left knee. Sink your hips back into your imaginary chair, but using the handles to keep your chest lifted and those shoulders down and back. A little bit of a balance activity here. As you breathe through this, press your right knee down away from you and make some circles on that right ankle. We're going to get a little bonus ankle mobility here too. Give me another inhale. Exhale, try to sink just a touch deeper. Now notice how I'm not dumping backwards. I'm lowering straight down into my imaginary chair. And 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch legs. I'm going to plant my right foot, cross my left ankle over the right knee. Inhale. Exhale, sinking back again into my imaginary chair. Gently pulling, I like to just use my middle finger, gently pulling on those handles to lift my chest up toward the anchor for a perfect posture as I do this, and feeling my left knee drop away, making some circles. The ankle. And those ankles tend to be locked in place the entire time you're riding, so we want to be able to move them as much as we can, stretch out your calves as well after your ride. Give me an inhale. Exhale, fall a little bit deeper into that stretch. Nice job. This one is always a zinger after a bike ride. And 3, 2, and 1. Moving on to your standing quad stretch. I'm going to have you place your left hand into both foot cradles. Hands out in front of you, slightly downward pressure into there. That's going to create some tension here and use it for balance. Bend your right knee, place the bottom or the top of your right foot into your right hand. My knees are lined up together. Now I'm going to squeeze my right bum and drive those hips forward, opening up through the hip flexors, the quads, but the key is to kind of squeeze the glutes on that right side, and that through reciprocal inhibition, there's your big word of the day, will open up your hips. Relax and release those muscles that are scrunched up in place throughout your entire bike ride. We want to untighten those muscles. 3, 2, and 1. Let's get set up for your standing quad stretch on the other side. I'm going to place my right hand in those foot cradles, pressing downward to engage my core. I'm going to bring my left foot into my left hand, shoulders set back, actively pressing down. Now the trick, squeeze your left bum, driving those hips forward, actively opening up the hips. Chest is still tall and proud, and I'm still pressing down into those foot cradles for stability and for some core activation. Making sure you can breathe through this. If you ever get a stretch where you can't breathe comfortably through it, you probably move beyond your safe range of motion. You want to be able to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Nice relaxing breaths. 3, 2, and 1. Let's move into your TRX standing calf stretch. We'll turn facing away from the anchor point and bring the handles into my armpits. You're going to lock it in. You got to let go and regrip. I'm going to walk back and press both heels down toward the floor, feeling a nice calf stretch. Now, if you've done this with down dog before, I'm going to press one heel back, bend the other knee, and switch. And switch. And switch. And just working back and forth, feeling those calves stretch. If one is tighter than the other, you can hold it just a touch longer. Meanwhile, my body's in this nice straight line, ears, shoulders, hips, ankles, in total alignment. 3, 2, and 1. Last stretch before I move into a quick yoga flow. We're going to do your standing chest stretch. I'm going to have your strap stay at mid-length. I'll stand facing away just as I am. Walk it forward with your arms in a T, actively pressing those hands to the side. Again, the pressure is falling on the outside of my hand. I'm going to step one foot in front, other foot behind. Inhale, exhale, press those arms apart. Once again, most of the time on the bike, we're scrunched forward. Shoulders tend to fall up to your ears, lift up to your ears. We want to counter all of that tightness we're creating in the front side of our body. And we're going to do that right now with the standing chest stretch and some of our yoga moves we're going to do in just a moment. I'm going to have you move back a touch, drop your right arm down, reach your left arm over, a little bit of a side bend. We're going to sneak in a little hip flexor stretch again too. And center it out, switch your feet. Drop your left arm down, reach your right arm over the top. Again, a little bit of a side bend, keeping active pressure in both of those handles. All right, you ready to dive into something maybe a little uncomfortable for you? I have a very short yoga flow put together by the amazing Crystal Say from TRX that is fantastic for cyclists. And if you're like me, yoga makes you feel a little uncomfortable. So just know that this is short and the movements are quite simple and excellent for opening up the front side of your body. We're going to start with the Sun A to warm you up. So I'm going to have you fully shorten your straps all the way up to the top. And we'll stand facing the anchor point. Now you're going to place your hands in the foot cradles. Thumbs go to the outside of those foot cradles, like this. Give me a big inhale. Reach those arms up above your head and walk your feet so they're underneath your hands. You're pulling back on those foot cradles, walking your feet together, feeling that full tension on the back side of your body. Again, working in reverse of what we do when you're cycling. Give me a big inhale. Exhale, soften your knees, forward fold, pressing your hands away from you. Inhale, pull the shoulders back, driving down in those foot cradles. Exhale, forward fold again. Inhale, bring it all the way up to the top to that extended mountain. Crown of your head lifted toward the ceiling. Exhale, soft knees, forward fold, pressing your hands away from you, shoulders sitting away from your ears. Inhale, half lift, collarbones pull apart. Exhale, forward fold, pressing away from you. One more time, inhale. Standing mountain. Exhale, forward fold, soft knees. Feel that stretch in your hamstrings to the outside of your arms, putting pressure in the outside of your hands. Inhale, half lift, shoulder blades in your back pockets. Exhale, forward fold. And bring it all the way up to the top. We're moving into your airplane pose. I'll have you turn facing away from the anchor. Okay. Hands are still in those foot cradles and walking it forward so your hands are just about eyebrow level. We're going to have you pick up your right knee in preparation. Inhale, exhale, forward fold, bring those arms behind you, hips are square to the floor, actively pressing the outsides of your hands into those foot cradles, pinky toe pointed down toward the ground. And we're going to hold for a moment, feeling a stretch to the hamstrings on the left side and opening of your chest. Few deep breaths here. Excellent. And inhale, bring it up. We're going to move into a crescent lunge and revolve that. Bring it to your toes. Slowly step that right foot forward. Bend the back knee. Let your shoulders fall away from your ears. Again, feeling that stretch to the entire front side of your body, keeping tension on those straps. Now, shoulders away from your ears. Let's revolve that. I'm going to have you drop your right arm down to the side. And inhale, bring it up. Exhale, drop it down. Notice I'm sinking down just a little bit. Inhale, bring it up one more time. Exhale, drop it down. Let's deepen that crescent lunge. I'm going to have you simultaneously drop your arms down by your side and straighten out that back leg, pressing the hands away from you. Again, still keeping pressure in the outsides of your hands. A few inhales and exhales here. And then we'll return to your crescent. Pressing down in those foot cradles, come back up. And let's switch feet to the other side. Picking up your left foot, rising onto the balls of your feet on that side. Slowly lowering down your left foot into that crescent lunge. Pressing your hands up, feeling that opening in the front side of your body, that stretch in the hip flexors of the back side of your body, tucking your tailbone under. Inhale, exhale, drop that left arm. Let's revolve that. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, fall open one more time. Inhale, raise it up. And exhale, revolve one more time. Inhale, let's deepen that crescent. Exhale, drop both arms, bend the front knee, straighten the back knee, pressure on the outside of your hands, pressing those hands apart. Chin is up tall, chest is lifted tall and proud. Give me a few more breaths here. feeling that chest open. Let's come back to that crescent and pressing back up to the top. And come on down. Congratulations, guys. You just went through an amazing cool down on the bike, off the bike with stretches, and we snuck in just a little bit of yoga for you as well. I hope you enjoyed that recovery, and please check out some of my other videos for awesome workouts, awesome stretches. Keep riding. Thank you for taking time for yourself. Have an amazing day.